job, and one job only, to review whether the council acted lawfully. Did they follow their own rules? Did they have the legal power to do what they did? It's a check on the process, not the final decision.
All right, so that's the legal framework. But what's the actual fight about here? What happened that made this parent feel like they had no other choice?
The whole thing was kicked off by what's known as a Section 47 investigation. That's a formal inquiry that social services launches when they suspect a child could be at risk of significant harm. And in this particular situation, the trigger was a referral they got from the police. And this is where you can really see the two sides of the story. On the left, you've got what the parent proposed to do to cooperate, things like meeting at a library, even offering body cam footage of the home. But on the right is what the parent alleges the council did instead. They insisted on what she calls intrusive home visits, ignored the evidence she offered, and didn't contact the child's father or make any adjustments for her child's autism.
This quote from the letter just cuts right to the heart of her argument. She claims the initial police referral was, in her words, malicious. Her biggest issue is that she believes social services just completely ignored that crucial context and plowed ahead without any regard for her family's rights.
Serious legal accusation. So let's break down a few of the key ones. Okay, first up, failure to consider evidence. This is a huge one in administrative law. Public bodies are legally required to consider all the relevant information when they make a decision. The argument here is simple: the council didn't. The parent claims key evidence, like that body cam footage she offered, and the whole backstory of the police referral was just ignored.
Next, the claim goes into some heavy-hitting human rights arguments. Specifically, it brings up a breach of Article 8 of the Human Rights Act. That's the right to a private and family life. It also cites Article 14, which is about non-discrimination, and links that to the council's alleged failure to make reasonable adjustments for her autistic child.
And finally, there's procedural impropriety. It sounds complicated, but it's really about the how. Did they follow the proper procedure? The argument here is that the entire process was flawed from the start because the council allegedly broke its own rules by not even consulting the child's father, who has parental responsibility.
So, after laying out all the ways the council was supposedly wrong, what does the parent actually want to happen? What's the end goal here?
This is basically the roadmap for what a win would look like. She's asking the court for 4 big things. 1, officially declare that the investigation was unlawful. 2, quash the investigation. That's legal speak for making it null and void, like it never happened. 3, order the council to go back to the drawing board and consider the evidence properly. And 4, get an official admission from them that human rights were, in fact, breached.
Okay, let's pull back from all the legal details for a second. What does this one case really tell us about the bigger picture?
So why does all this matter? Well, because this single document perfectly captures a massive tension that's at the heart of our society. On one hand, you have the state's incredibly important duty to protect children from harm. But on the other hand, you have a family's fundamental right to privacy and to a fair process. This case is living right on the razor's edge where those two powerful ideas collide.